Officers were out just prior to 9 o'clock investigating a suspicious individual at the Eagles gas station at 18th and Triplet. It was a person that matched the description of a robbery suspect that we had a robbery not long before that at Franny's gas station at 25th and J.R. Miller. And again, we had a basic description, but this individual matched the rough description that was given. So they were out with him, questioning him and getting some information, trying to identify who he was. During the course of that, he ultimately got into an altercation with the officer, at which point he produced a firearm, handgun that he had concealed on his person, fired one round. Our officer was shot in the arm, hand area. Again, I'm not sure the specifics, but it was in his arm. It does look like it's going to be something that is not going to be life-threatening, luckily. And immediately after that, the suspect individual got into the police cruiser and ultimately stole it. We located it a very short time later over in Spencer County, Indiana. And we're still out there actively looking, trying to locate the individual. He was no longer in the vehicle, obviously, but we have recovered the stolen vehicle, and we're in the process. We've released some photos of the individual. We're actively investigating, trying to determine who this individual is and take him into custody as quickly as possible.
After the initial call and after the officer was shot, who called in for
the officer that was shot? There was another officer on scene as well, but the officer that was shot was actually the one that initially instigated over the radio, indicating that he had been that there had been shots fired and he was struck and needed medical attention.
What are you able to tell us a little bit more about the search on the Indiana side of it? Because that's where it seems the focus is now shifted to.
Yes, again, based on the fact that the vehicle is there, and like I said, we located that vehicle within a matter of, we weren't actually pursuing the vehicle, is my understanding, but we located within a matter of 5 or 6 minutes from the time of the shooting that occurred. So just based on that time frame, I don't think there's any chance that he would have gotten anywhere else. Now, he could be, he could have gotten a ride from somebody or something like that, but we're pretty confident that he was somewhere in that general area, and again, unless he had assistance getting out. We do think that he was most likely involved in a robbery of another convenience store just a short time before this. So he clearly is an individual that is prone to acts of violence. Again, we have a scene in Indiana that, in addition to doing the search for the individual, we have a vehicle over there and other evidence that could be of value. And then we also have the gas station, as well as the previous robbery that we're going to be investigating multiple scenes. So there's a lot of different movement on this again, we're going to potentially have a lot of evidence to collect and analyze.